Okay, that's all.
And we're live. Oh my god. This whole time we spoke for like maybe 15 minutes and we weren't even live. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with Rampant INFP, who also happens to be a really good friend of mine. I don't know why I'm talking like that. but but we are going to talk about different topics and potentially be politically incorrect. So I don't know. Try not to be sensitive. Don't be a little bit.
Don't be an INFP.
Oh my god. Don't be an INFP. Yeah. Before, when I thought we were live, but we weren't actually live, we were talking about aesthetics and stuff. What are your thoughts on? Okay, first of all, what are aesthetics? You may ask. Because I don't want to tell you, I will show you. Oh. Okay, so there are aesthetics such as cottagecore. And if you don't know what it is, I'll just show you like pictures of them. But it's basically some ways like representations of lifestyles almost. So cottagecore is this like English, I live in a cottage, summer lifestyle. Like, oh my god, there.
Yeah, countryside, butterflies,
That,
making homemade bread, kind of.
yeah. And then you've got other aesthetics such as dark academia, where it's very prestigious. Like it's I guess it's a vibe. Oh my god, am I like an NF now? But it's basically just like a vibe of I'm out of words.
Like
Like it's a
academic.
feeling in the book.
Yeah, it's kind of like darker, more heavy academia. It's like interest in history, literature, God knows Shakespearean plays, Greek tragedies, and all that great shit.
Yeah, and it's usually prestigious schools like Oxford or Cambridge or like Ivy Leagues, where people are very deep into like the whole academic sphere. And I guess it's just a way of life. Some of it's like lo-fi. You see like Tokyo. Oh my god, popular. You see like Tokyo. Like it's raining in the dark, and like the colors are more. Sorry, colors are like more mellow and calm.
I'm just gonna mute this.
Yeah, so that's like the Tokyo, not Tokyo, but like the lo-fi kind of aesthetic. And yeah, those are just a few of the aesthetics. But basically, the reason that I'm talking about this is because I recently watched Dave and Shan's latest video on one of their classes, and um, they were discussing how the media is almost trying to control us and stuff. And I agree. But it's also just the presentation to us of these aesthetics almost makes us feel like we're lacking in our own lives. Or at least that's how I view it. Like the moment you're like, oh, this is the kind of life you should be living. Or like, oh, look, these are the lives, you're kind of just like, I want to be like that. And is it like is it a consumeristic thing? Like, is it just, is it that companies want to make money off of the inexperience we have as individuals? They're just like, oh, I need to have this in my life or else I'm missing out, or my life isn't as good enough. Or is it just like it's naive? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like aesthetics definitely might cause consumers behavior and things like that, and like buying things to suit your aesthetic. But I don't know, like it definitely is a result of the culture that we live in. So it's like full of images and we see everything through social media, YouTube, it's all videos, images, and so we see these things as, I don't know, representations of a life that we would like to live because we're dissatisfied with our current lives. Um, and because everything is tied to capitalism and everything is tied to buying things and stuff, what do you do when you feel dissatisfied and you see a nice life you want to live? You try to emulate that lifestyle through buying things or whatever is necessary.
Yeah, but don't you think that we're not inherently dissatisfied with our lives? We're made to feel like we are dissatisfied.
Okay, so actually, I've been thinking about this since we had our last conversation about this. I feel like because we live in the age of internet and a lot of content, I feel like it's natural that we kind of look at other people's lives, even if it's presented to us in like a very neutral way. It's like not telling us to do anything or change the way that we live. We might be inspired and feel dissatisfied. I feel like it's just a human characteristic to just be jealous of people, you know. So
Is it
do you,
because there's a thing called subliminal advertising, right? And it's just us. It's supposed to make us feel like we're dissatisfied with our lives, and that's how they sell us things. Uh, it's not because we as humans have so much free will. Like we really, what I'm realizing, or what maybe I'm not realizing it, but what I'm thinking is that over time we don't actually have any free will in terms of purchasing goods and stuff, because since we were born, we were bombarded with all of these advertisements, right? And it's almost like they're telling us that this is the way to live, and if you're not living like this, then you should be unhappy, or your life should be unsatisfactory. Now we think that we completely lost my train. We think that we do have the whatever the opportunity to be like, oh, the internet's presenting it to us in a neutral way, but like, are they really? Like, why are advertising agencies paying so much money to like YouTubers and all of these people and all of these news sources to be like, hey, just talk about our product? And it's like, dude, it's almost like, okay, it's almost like association, right? So you just like look at one thing, you're like, okay, I like this person who I'm watching, I'm gonna keep watching them. You watch them for an extended period of time. Advertising agency comes to this person, they're like, okay, use our product. The person who we really like for a long period of time, for whatever reason, starts using this product. We're like, oh wow, person who we really like is using a product, which we are obviously going to like because we like the person, and we associate those two. Because we associate those two together, we purchase a lot of shit.
yeah, I guess the majority of internet content is in a way advertisements, but I'm talking about like the select few things that are like maybe not advertisements or not telling you to live a certain way or not promoting any products and just like talking about their lives. I don't know. Like in very specific, I'm thinking about like the Tiny House YouTube channel in which they go to different locations and they talk to people who live a very lovely lifestyle that I want to have someday. And they're not really saying, oh, you should live in a tiny house. Here are the things that you need to buy. It's just this person neutrally telling them how they went about the journey of living here, how their family is impacted by it, how it's good, how it's bad, you know. And I'm inspired because I want to be sustainable. I want to live in nature rather than be in the city. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm dissatisfied with my city life. I want to be in nature and I want to be amongst the trees and plants. Ooh,
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel, what is my point? I just feel like we have, like, even in, like, I don't know, evolutionary times or, you know, when we were cavemen, women, I don't know. I'm sure there must have been some kind of even the smallest bit of dissatisfaction because that's why Homo sapiens like did more. You know, it was like they had maybe the ability to feel regret or dissatisfaction with certain parts of their life, and they're like, you know, we want to improve this, and then they go out and do things, and that's like how they expanded, and that's how we are now living in big fat urban cities that are polluting the planet because we want more, 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 more. And like that was definitely accelerated, I feel, by the internet and by the printed books and God knows, because it's giving us more information, thus making us more dissatisfied. But definitely in this age, it's like our dissatisfaction levels are at all new high. But I think maybe there was a little bit of it in the past, like way past, way past. But
cool. That's the ENTP and INFP take on this topic. We will soon be back.